Hello everyone, this is Randhir Gautam, and in this lecture I will be talking about intersubjectivity. When someone touches our feet, we bless. When teacher comes in a classroom, we stand up. In everyday life, we face such social situations where we become very much oriented to the state of interaction. We recognize that the meaning of the behaviors being exchanged are derived from the intersubjective relationship with the others. Individuals share culture or representations through communicative process to facilitate oneness. Therefore, intersubjective aspect of reality is one of the constitutive element of social order in society. In Durkheimian sense, the collective consciousness of society. Thinking mutually, we develop effective involvement of similar feeling of society. There is a quotation of Herbert Mead, a symbolic interactionist, who said, "I am not what you think I am not what I think I am who I think you think I am." This is a very beautiful quotation. It's important to understand the mutual understanding of self. One of the main concerns of orientation towards the approach of intersubjectivity in sociological theory that objectivity is not possible in human understanding. Husserl, a phenomenologist. Phenomenology basically studies the structure of consciousness, and he states, understanding society is to understand the notion of possibility of being in the place of others. Intersubjectivity refers to a shared perception of reality between or among two or more individuals. The composition of intersubjectivity is understood by understanding the process of social interaction. Social interaction is a fundamental process of society. Social interaction involves intersubjective process. Mutual understanding develops from social interactions. What is social interaction? Social interaction is a process of shared understanding, communicating process, and explaining intentions in order to create shared and common meanings of speech and behavior at one hand, and cooperate and to fulfill needs for social acceptance and intimacy on the other. That's why Husserl's initiative of building social theory in the context of intersubjectivity becomes very much significant. People share intersubjectivity in social relationship at the one hand and the communication on the other. Talking about the sociological theory building, I must say the post-weberian social action theories such as phenomenology, ethnomethodology, including feminism, have used intersubjectivity in order to understand the lived experience of individuals. Feminist thinks low power hierarchy in society, low power actors are often, required to share the perspectives of high power actors. Coming to an intersubjective argument on what you want, what you think, and what you do. Uh, I think reality can be understood by understanding the individuals, right? Intersubjectivity came into the existence in order to solve the dichotomy between objectivity and subjectivity of reality. Intersubjectivity is very fundamental, human experience, as phenomenologists also, believes, which constitute the social actor and the very notion of an objective social situation. The intersubjectivity actually contains both the cognitive evaluation of feelings, subjectivity, and representations and observable, words, gestures, and situation, that is to say the objectivity. However, most individuals also understand that they cannot change reality simply by thinking. Reality has an obdurate character. Turner and Boyens also argue this thing, because social interaction communicates the intention, underlying our thought and behavior. Communication develops during social interactions where there is a continuous negotiation of meaning. Continuous negotiation of meaning is very important while you are pursuing communication in society. Communication requires connecting thought and action. Speech, acts, gestures, facial expressions, and body movements are the means of communication. Communication is very central in intersubjectivity. Intersubjectivity also makes the context of situation of social action. Whenever we read other mind, whenever we describe others' behavior, we use the context of situation. Whenever we determine someone's attitude and willingness to coordinate and dominate from their behavior, we use the context of situation. That's why I am very much focused over this issue of context of situation, because this is the crux of intersubjectivity. Intersubjectivity helps us to explain social actions in general and to determine the social dominance and such hierarchy on the ongoing state of social tension. In particular, social status depends on the interactive styles. That's why intersubjectivity becomes more important while theory building. Because intersubjectivity helps us to explain social actions in general and to determine the social dominance such as hierarchy and the ongoing state of social tension in particular. Social status depends on interactive style. Social interaction is the interplay between social roles and status levels, where social roles is objectively defined and individual directs the social action, and a status level is defined by the context of situation. Social interaction, social behavior, and social role are made of intersubjective aspect of social reality. Social reality itself is a product of intersubjective dimension of individuals involved in social situation. In the very act of social action, intersubjective individual conceive intersubjective aspect of social reality through power relation, sexual differences, social and cultural similarity, and so forth. Giddings and Sowell argue convincingly action willed behaviors of free individuals often follow and reproduce a given structure. In the context of Indian society, you can observe how caste phenomena is used in the function of maintaining status through its ideology. Intersubjectivity is to be understood as an interactive exchange of by which individuals make meaning with negotiated social context. Interactive exchange makes behavior the content of awareness which individual interprets and interact with. Their interpersonal behavior may be motivated by reasons sometimes known or sometimes unknown to us. Concluding remark would be like in the context of sociological theory, conception of intersubjectivity is very significant. It constitutes the overall theoretical frame for thinking about the ways in which individuals interpret, organize and reproduce particular form of social life in and social cognition. This picture is very significant. This argument is made by me in the context of the overall the crux of intersubjectivity. Society approaches social interaction by relying on knowledge and experience to negotiate meanings for fulfilling expectations and creating shared understanding with other people.